What if Seinfeld is still like on TV today? Just like a Megan, what if it didn't get canceled by NBC because only 312 people watched the last episode of season 8? What if Seinfeld's still coming onto your TV every Thursday night must-see TV? Honestly, it's a mystery that has intrigued the world's greatest thinkers throughout the ages. Actually, bro, the ancient Inca prophesied that there would one day be a second coming of Seinfeld in a modern era or whatever. This great return of the show about nothing would be chock full with reference to all the technologies and popular culture, social codes, and news event of its time. Okay? Like basically, it'd be Seinfeld, but like modern with references to Craigslist and stuff, the planking phenomenon, Xbox 360, Spider-Man reboot. Oh man, like so much stuff, like Large Hadron Colliders, Breaking Bad, Teach Me How to Doug Dance, just like I could go on, Gangan Style, Arab Spring, like the latest computer software hackers like Edward Snowden. You get the idea, all modern references. Oh yeah, and like Coney and that Coney video guy who was like diddling himself in public after that. In this current day Seinfeld, it's basically like all about how no modern subject would be off limit for Jari and his friends Garge, Alon, and Crom. That day is not here yet, obvi. Like, it's today, but Seinfeld is still not in the TV with new episodes every week. Does that make sense? So when faced with the question of what exactly the show be like if it's still on TV today, the answer is basically so crazy simple, dude. Seinfeld today is whatever you want it to be. Seinfeld just, it's like a construct. Do you know what I mean? Like Seinfeld is just an arrangement of informations that's stored inside your mind that you are totes free to just alter at will. You're gonna love it. I see it is that the only boundaries are the ones placed there by your imagination. This is SeinQuest 2000. Today we are going to do some totally cool exercises designed to unlock the full potential of your imagination through the collective memory of Seinfeld. Okay? I welcome you now to just close your eyes, take deep breath, and free your thoughts of all distraction. I'm pretty much being serious. This isn't a joke, so don't treat it like one. Just like, think only about the vast darkness in the field of visions as you keep your eyes shut so tight. A calm sensation passed through you from head to toe. Hey, just a side note, remember when Gurge said tippy-toe in the episode where he needed to switch his answering machine tape and his GF's answering machine? So Jury and Garge covertly home invasian Gurge GF? So just reflect only onto the sound of my voice and this perfect blank moment in time. Whoosh. The lights come up slow and you are looking at a stage. On the stage is the set of Jarby Steinfeld apartment. You're alone in the audience, just like you're there spectating. But you don't feel alone, cause whole cast of Seinfeld is on that stage. WTF. Okay, so now your perspective is just started to become that of like a floating camera that can move anywhere it wants to. Jergy invite you to join them on stage, and you find yourself floating effortless toward him and his friends. Crom pull iPhone 5 out of his pocket. The camera perspective of your floating mind zoom in on iPhone 5. Suddenly, iPhone 5 just transform into a Samsung Galaxy Note. Crom is astonished at this transformation. Just out of his raw, pure racism instinct, he launched into an inward-laced tirade. Every N-word that emerged from Crom's mouth is represented visually by a cloud of pink smoke that filled Jerty's apartment, forming into a deliciously thick fog. It surrounds you. Gradually, the cloud dissipates to reveal Jury, Gerge, Alon, and Crom, seated at their usual table at the coffee shop, which they're always going to in the show Seinfeld when it was still on TV. Gerge say to Crom, "The sea was angry that day, like Lindsay Lohan having intense argument with Dr. Drew Pinsky, celebrity rehab. I reached into the blowhole of a whale and pulled this out." Gerge opened his hand to display a 3-inch tall Gerge. This miniature gorge cry out in a small, quiet voice.
"Is anyone here very tiny marine biologist?"
The whole studio audience loll. Feel their loll wash over you like a warm, gentle tide. Your mind camera zoom out. OMG, you're actually witnessing this scene play out on the Panasonic 50-inch flat-screen plasma television hanging in Jury apartment. You are sitting next to Jury on his couch, a couch where he has defiled consensually over 60,000 women. But guess what is not a couch at all, but rather a super gigantic foot-long Subway sandwich. And it just so happened that this is your favorite kind of sandwich from Subway menu. Be it applewood pulled pork, black forest ham, barbecue-style Latvian steak and cheese, cold cut and rutabaga supreme, chicken and bacon ranch, Yucatan-style meatball marinara, radish, roasted garlic and beef, raging Italian, steak and cheese and beef, ghetto Tony Soprano cheddar and omelet breakfast club, sweet onion and salty potato with soy and lentils, the big Philly cheesesteak and kimchi, day-old tuna, spicy turkey and meat, or vegan lover's bacon. The choice is all yours, man. You just plunge your hand deep into Jari's sandwich couch, tear out a piece, and put it into your mouth, feeling the honey mustard sauce drip down your chin. It's so delish. Eating it is such a yummy sensation. To your left, Jerry just begin to moan in ecstasy now. Honestly, it's gross. He's listening to his Sony mini disc player. He turned to you and says, "Kay, you have to hear what Alon recorded on my mini disc player." Jerry place his Beats by Dr. Dre headphones over your ears and click the play button. Now you hear the voice of Elaine. She sounds so distant and far away. She sounds troubled. "I need your help," she says. "J. Peterman, my boss of the J. Peterman catalog, is holding me hostage in Burma. Quick, enter the Hyperloop and come to rescue me. There isn't much time." Before you now, where the Panasonic 50-inch flat-screen plasma television used to be, there is mouth of ginormous tube, the gateway to the Hyperloop. You step aboard and you take your seat at the back, and the Hyperloop transporter travels at speeds at over 100,000 mph. You have never felt more modern in your entire life. You put in your white iPhone headphones and start to listen to Gautier modern smash single, "Somebody That I Used to Know." But the sound of Gautier is interrupted when you hear an ominous noise just emanating from the back of the transport vehicle. You look through the back window and see Newman, but his face is paint like Insane Clown Posse, is suddenly chasing the transporter down the Hyperloop tube. He has a ravenous look in his eyes. You look down and see that you're holding a gun. Yes, it seems like this is the last gun in the country that Barry Hussein Obama, the so-called president of America, has not personally confiscated. You fire through the Hyperloop's back window and unload barrage of glowing Blu-ray discs directly into Newman's mouth until he grows so large that he actually become lodged in the Hyperloop tube. And as the transporter ride away, you just hear him yell, Jari! Imagine you are Jari Seinfeld. Okay, so cut to moments later now. The Hyperloop pull up at Burma International Hyperloop Station. As you step out, you hear Scrixel dubstep beats start to playing. You approach a man and ask if he knows where you might be able to find the one they call J. Peterman. He turns around, and that's when you notice that actually he is Charlie Sheen from 2.5 Men. He says his hilarious modern catchphrase, "Winning." And then he just point to a distant mountain range. Charlie hands you a small flask that contain warlock blood and invites you to take a sip. When you do, you feel yourself growing to the size of Tokyo's Skytree Tower, which was built in 2012. So it's definitely a modern reference. You take 3 steps, and suddenly you're face to face with the highest mountain peak. You see Elaine tied to a tree, and J. Peterman is painted blue. As he recites Sam Worthington classic Jake Sully monologue from the classic James Cameron film Avatar, he say to Elaine, "Now do you like the movie Avatar?" Elaine say, "No way, Jose." J. Peterman and Elaine both notice you at once. You tip some of Charlie Sheen potion over Elaine, and she grow to your size. Then you take a sip, and you grow even more larger. She finished the flask by holding it between her teeth like a bottle of peach schnapps in the episode of Seinfeld where it's the Indian episode, but the episode is like it's in reverse. Anyway, you are both rising so tall until you are the size of planet Earth. And as you continue to grow, knocking planets out of their orbit, swatting the sun like a firefly, entire galaxies become microscopic, and you continue to expand into the endless void of the cosmos. Now open your eyes. Congratulations, you have just imagined the incredible possibility that exists within the concept of Seinfeld today. This is SeinQuest 2000.